Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liv here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make the most delicious bread I've ever had in my entire life. I'm not even being dramatic. I got the recipe from one of my patients after she kept bringing it to me all the time as a gift. And I had this idea, oh my gosh, I should be making this bread when I go places so I can bring it as a gift too. Also, it's just delicious to have around the house. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make this recipe in hopefully under 5 minutes. So let's go. Okay, so I'm in my kitchen. I'm gonna get all the ingredients out. What you need for this recipe is 3 cups of flour, 2.5 cups of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 2+ tablespoons of poppy seeds, 3 eggs, 1.5 cup of milk, 1 1/3 cup of oil, 1 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, almond extract, and butter flavoring extract. They didn't have that at the store, so I'm just gonna use butter. And then for the glaze that you paint on top, it's gonna be 1.5 cup of 10 times sugar. I don't know what that is, I'm gonna use regular sugar. 4 tablespoons of orange juice, 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of butter flavoring again, and then you're just gonna brush that on when you're done. Anyway, sounds like kind of a lot, but it's not. We're gonna get started. We're gonna use KitchenAid. We're gonna mix it up. Mix all of your dry ingredients first. So 3 cups of flour. I'm using gluten-free flour. 2.5 cups of sugar. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Also at this point, you may want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. Mine just heats up really fast, so I was waiting. 2+ tablespoons of poppy seeds. I'm gonna go ahead and mix the dry ingredients first. Now we add the wet ingredients. 3 eggs. 1.5 cup of milk. I'm using Fairlife. 1 1/3 cup of canola oil. 1/2 teaspoon. Same thing with the almond. 1 1/2 teaspoon of butter flavoring. For this, I'm just gonna melt some butter. And you mix it all together. Looks good. Okay. I'm gonna do the muffins. New 100% pure avocado oil spray. Just gonna wipe all this excess off. All right. We're gonna put them both in there together, so let me do the loaf really quick. So it says the loaf can take 45 minutes to an hour and the muffins can take 22 to 25 minutes. So we're gonna start with 22 minutes, see how they're looking, and then I'll take everything out when it's done and show you guys how it's looking. I need to make the glaze really quick, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and just mix it in the same bowl after I rinse it out. 1 1/2 cup of sugar, 4 tablespoons of orange juice, 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of the butter flavoring. There was just enough left. I just pulled them out of the oven. A loaf of bread in there for another 20 minutes so that it's like 40 something for me to check. And now I'm gonna put the glaze on. Oh yeah, that's great. Taste test. These are so freaking good. It came out just how she makes it. So happy that I finally made that recipe. Reagan's gonna be so happy. But you wait 30 minutes, let it cool, and then they freeze really, really well. So she would always freeze them, wrap them up in plastic wrap, and then bring them to me. So that's how I'm gonna hopefully travel with them tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Let me know in the comments if you try it, and if you like it, give this video a thumbs up if you don't mind. Helps my channel, and subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.